What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com, and I have some more juicy smullet news for you. Geez, it's always these people who want to show the false narrative that America is racist by creating fake racist crimes against black folks by being black. This is just crazy. By the way, there is a website. If anybody know it, please leave a link in the comment section below this video. There is a website. I can't remember at the moment, but there's a website out there that documents every fake hate crime, every hate hoax that has occurred in the city or the state in America. And it's so many that and some of these hate crimes are kind of funny when you look at how they think a real racist white person would talk to black people. Like, what do we need a Klan for when we got black folks like this? Okay, we don't even need them thanks to Juicy. But by the way, fake hate hoaxes have been going on way before Juicy came around. But it's like Juicy, and let's not forget Bubba Wallace. They always crying foul. They always crying, oh my God, the sky is falling full of white supremacists. They always, crying about how hateful it is to be around white people. But have you noticed that blacks like this always put themselves around nothing but white people? Okay, it's amazing. So let's read the headlines here, and then we're gonna look at the story that is broadcast on the local news. All right, and by the way, even though they reported on it first, I know that they did not, because I went and checked, report on the aftermath. They didn't even broadcast what happened when it was found out that the person that was creating these so-called racist messages and sending them to black students was actually a black female herself. Okay, so let's read. Police reports show black Minnesota high schoolers sent racist messages to black students. Police in Minnesota have used forensics to determine that the creator of an Instagram account from which racist private messages to black students was in fact a black female student at White Bear Lake High School. Oh my God! Oh no, I did not see that coming. What is the world coming to? Oh God. Okay. Hold on. Let's go to the local news report right here and let's watch the nonsense. It is amazing. These people, it's like whenever I hear about a racist graffiti or, someone put a lot of racist things on a car or send text messages or emails, the first person that's going to come to my mind is a black person, not a white person, okay? So it's like, I don't believe these things, but because it's fashionable right now to play the victim, of course a news network, although local, is going to feature this as something that's so bad. But when they have a follow-up to find out that the person that did it was in fact black, oh, crickets and owls, you're not going to hear from them anymore.
Welcome back to Nightcast. A string of threatening and racist social media posts are now being investigated by law enforcement. Also, the White Bear Lake Area School District. That comes from a school district spokesperson tonight. The parents of an African-American student at the high school's South Campus say their child was targeted. They tell Jay Coles the district needs to do more to protect them.
These are a portion of the social media posts, most so profane, we cannot show them to you. In one message, the anonymous sender tells a White Bear Lake High School student to, quote, go back to Africa with your tribe. In the same threat, get hanged.
Okay, go back to Africa with your tribe is something that if I was to know a racist white person, I don't think they would say go back with your tribe, because they understand that black folks here are not a monolithic group. But if you have a low IQ, you would think that we are all from the same country. Many of us are not, our ancestors are not descendant of Africa. Not all of them anyway. But, this is just pure ignorance. And I mean, give me a break with this, all right?
I spoke with a woman whose identity we're protecting. She says those social media posts were directed at her child.
And these kids are taught to be racist at home. And then they take it to school and they torment these poor children because of the color of their skin.
Yeah. She was taught to be racist at home by her black mother. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, black kids are taught to be racist. But I keep hearing from the left that we as black people, we can't be racist because what do they say? What's the new rule now? We can't be racist because of power. Somebody help me out with that. If you're in the comment section, let me know. What is it? Power or something like that? Well, I don't know. They keep changing the definition of racism and I can't keep up. So excuse me for not keeping up with the recent one on why black people can't be racist. It's still nonsense. Of course black people can be racist. We can be very racist as a matter of fact.
It's not fair.
The mom tells me her child has been racially harassed for the past 3 years at school.
When my child tells me that she doesn't feel safe and she's scared for her life, that South Campus should have took that and that should have been made a very serious situation.
The mother says her child told her nearly every African American student on the high school's South Campus was targeted with racial slurs and threats by the same anonymous person on social media.
You don't.
Hold on. Also, this is Instagram. Why is this a big deal? This happened on Instagram. I'm sorry, black people don't know how to use the block button anymore? Are you serious? We don't know how to use the block button? I do believe the block button on Instagram still works. It works very well from what I've seen personally. But we're going to sit up here like, oh, I'm not going to block this so-called racist because I want to play the victim. Okay, got it. Remember, I want you guys to understand, this was not said to their face. This was a private DM, a private message sent to them on Instagram.
You know what kind of mental state that kid is or kids are behind that screen. You don't know if that person or persons are going to show up to that school and shoot up every African-American kid in there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, because over 96% of blacks that are killed by other blacks. And since this is a black woman, you're absolutely right. We have no idea if that black person that sent these racist messages to other black people are going to show up with a gun to shoot us or to shoot them. It fits the FBI crime statistics. It's amazing. Like, she's talking. First of all, this fake crying is, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. No tears behind that phone. Okay, I just want y'all to know that no tears behind that phone whatsoever. But here's the deal. The thing about it is that she's like a white person is sending all this hate and could show up at the school with a gun. But 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a black person, and it's black people that always are shot. Most of the time, 96% are shot by other black people. It's this fantasy that we are hunted down as black people by white people is mind-blowing to me. It's stupid, it's extremely false, and it's absurd. But playing the victim is in today. It's monetized and it's encouraged. And so I guess, go Queen Slay, I guess.
You don't know that.
A school district spokesperson declined an interview request but sent us the letter principals at both the North and South campuses sent to families. It says, in part, the social media posts were, quote, racist, hateful, threatening, and unacceptable, which has resulted in students not feeling safe at school. We are working with law enforcement to determine who is behind these deplorable, racist social media posts.
Man, Generation Z is a bunch of cowards, dude. Like, seriously, a bunch of cowards. It's amazing. You get a racist private message on social media and now you don't feel safe at your school? At your high school? At your predominantly white high school? Let me tell y'all something. This is pure facts. Pure facts. The safest place black people could be in when it comes to high school is an all-white high school. Okay? All right? These are facts. But yeah, pretend that you all are being victimized there, I guess.
University of St. Thomas professor Uhuru Williams says the district took the right first step by condemning the posts, but he says they should now have a serious public conversation about race.
Then we wind up in a society where those young people graduate and they become kind of the movers and shakers in our society who are blind to the detrimental impact of racism and racial inequality.
Look here, Uhuru. You know your mama did not name you that, okay? You changed your name. The thing about it is that we don't want to have the conversation of these hate hoaxes. We don't want to have the conversation of a gazillion black people creating fake hate crimes against other black people and not being held accountable. That's the conversation we don't want to have. We also don't want to have the conversation of keeping black people accountable for their actions. Ever since it's been discovered that this young lady, this black female did this, no punishment was given to her. None. She was not punished at all. How are we teaching black people that when they do things like this, that it is not acceptable and that is bad if you don't punish them, if there's no consequences or repercussions for actions like this?
Williams says the willingness of the student to boldly send racist messages is not hard to understand given some of the racial divisiveness around the country.
The Capitol insurrection back on January 6th.
I love when they sit up here and say, the reason why these racist DMs are so bold is because of the so-called, but first of all, that was not an insurrection. Stop it. It's amazing that they want to use the situation that happened on January the 6th to deflect from all of the riots, all of the looting that occurred under their watch by Black Lives Matter and Antifa last year during 2020. Remember, we were under a national shutdown. People were supposed to be in their homes, but the doctor said that it was okay for people to protest, loot, and riot because the COVID pandemic was not a big deal. It actually was lesser than the so-called racial injustice against black people. And therefore, black people were given a pass, and white people with them, their so-called white allies, were given a pass to loot stores, to rob, to protest, to not social distance, to twerk in the streets, to not have face masks. They were given different rules than those of us who were actually not protesting and not committing crimes. We're not going to talk about David Dorn dying, all right? They're not, because he was a black man who was a former police officer, so he's bad. And he was killed by a black person within the community. So it's amazing how they want to deflect from all of the riots and the destruction of property and the destruction of black-owned businesses by Black Lives Matter members and Antifa members. They want to sit up here and deflect against that and focus on January the 6th that did not include any of their people. Please understand, everyone that died was on our side, including the police officer who died in the hospital from a heart attack. Now, these people want to act like they give a damn about police officers now and say, oh, y'all killed a police officer. You don't care. And no, they didn't. He died in the hospital of a heart attack. But they want to sit up here and pretend that the people that died was people that they cared about or people on their team. Don't let them deflect from that. Don't let them deflect from all of the riots, all of the damaged property, and the people that died, and people that Antifa killed, and the people that basically Black Lives Matter put in the hospital on their watch throughout most of 2020. Don't forget that. And they're going to focus on one situation that didn't even involve them on January the 6th. I'm so over this. Uhuru need to go do his research.
And this increase in hate crimes toward people of Asian descent.
That's created by black people. Black people overwhelmingly attack Asians, but you're not going to talk about those FBI statistics because it goes against your narrative. Uhuru. What a name. Uhuru.
America. And it seems to be open season. There is a permissiveness around issues of race.
Now, the mother I talked to tells me her family does not think the White Bear Lake School District has done enough And she says more sanctions and penalties need to be imposed on kids who commit acts like these. And I reached out to White Bear Police hoping to learn more about their investigation, but I have not yet heard back. Lindsay?
Jay, you just said that parent believes that enough hasn't been done by the district. Do these parents and students affected plan to do more about it?
Well, the mom I talked to says parents and students, Lindsay, are talking tonight about a protest and a walkout by students at White Bear Lake High School. It's supposed to happen around 10 a.m. and I'm told it's going to be on the South Campus where most of this was directed.
All right, Jay Coles, thank you so much.
Yep.
That makes no sense. So you mean to tell me that you all are going to walk out of high school, your high school classes, to protest about some racist thing that happened to other students? Basically, I'm just saying right now, we know that this was a black female, but the thing about it is you could block them. You can also have their account removed and suspended by reporting the account to Instagram. I don't understand this. The Generation Z is the most weakest generation in all humanity. Oh, you looked at me bad. Oh my God. I need to call the police. Oh no, that's right. I forgot. I hate the police. Oh, I'm going to sit up here and basically cancel you on the internet. Let's read this. Police in Minnesota have used forensics to determine that the creator of an Instagram account from which racist private messages to black students was a black female student at White Bear Lake High School. In yet another hate hoax incident, it appears that the girl was sending racist messages to other black female students. Although police could only confirm that she was the one who created the account, as far as individual messages go, they can, however, confirm that the messages did originate from her home IP. You know what I'm saying? I swear. Do these people not know how the internet works? You create, and I guess she thought because it was an Instagram account that the police could not get access to their servers to see where the IP address was located for whoever created the account. They're so stupid. And remember, this is one of many hate hoaxes that happen in America. As soon as you guys tell me that website that gives the name of that website, I would be so happy, because there's some of these stories are pretty funny. Back in April, a black student painted a racial graffiti all over American College, and it was like, oh no, the white supremacists, oh no, oh, what's gonna happen? And when it was found out it was a black guy, they just said, oh, nothing to see here, folks. Anyway, according to the College Fix, the messages were virulently threatening and racist in nature, containing such phrases as "die N-word," among others. One message said, "Go back to Africa with your tribe." I told you, like, white folks, even if they're racist, they don't say this with your tribe, okay? They know that we're not a monolithic group, all right? Okay, the unidentified girl, who has been confirmed as a member of the Black Excellence Club, Black Excellence Club. Oh! My tater, Mr. Milky, is going to love this. He's the Black Excellence Club. Yeah, Black Excellence, all right. The jokes write themselves. Oh my God. And said that she couldn't publicly. Okay, come on, let's calm down. Hold up. And said that she couldn't publicly admit that she created the account to her friends because they are, quote, not stupid, implying that they will realize right away that it was her that sent the messages, despite the lack of definitive evidence. For that reason, she was, quote, unsure if she should tell us who else was with her and sent messages with the account. Girl, come on, take that L. You sent it. You're the only one who sent it. Just do it. Just take that L and keep moving. All right, because they're not going to punish you. You're black. Don't you know we as blacks are not punished for our transgressions? Okay? Anyway, she went on to state that, quote, there was only one other person involved and did not want to say that person's name. That's because that person don't exist, girl. They don't exist. The girl originally told the police that it wasn't her that created the account, but later changed her story and confessed to creating the account in the face of evidence. At this time, no charges will be laid in connection with the hate hoax messages. Isn't that the case? Isn't that the case? I don't know about you guys, but that makes me angry. It really makes me angry when there are no consequences or very little to any consequences and repercussions to blacks who create hate hoaxes against other blacks pretending that it was done by white people. This is just crazy. And the reason why this keeps happening, because they're not getting punished. There's no punishment for this. I said this before and I'll keep saying it again. If a black person use racial slurs against black people, racially harass black people in any form of fashion, pretending to be white or under the disguise of being white, they should be charged with a hate crime. I believe that black people should be charged with hateful conduct or a hate crime as if they were white if they are attacking their own race. If they were to do that, this will stop immediately. But the reason why these things always happen is because there's no consequences or repercussions. Anyway, I thought this was pretty funny. I wanted to basically share this with you, so let me know what you all think in the comment section below. Please like this video, share it with your friends. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that now, and I look forward to seeing you later, taters. Bye!